Hi, good afternoon. I'm Shabana Sultana. This is my interview. Question number 1. What research have you done to help you understand more about the UN SDGs and why they matter? The Sustainable Development Goals, SDGs, also known as the Global Goals, were established by the United Nations in 2015 as a universal call to action to eliminate poverty, preserve the environment, and assure that by 2030 all lives in prosperity and peace. Because development must achieve the correct balance among social, economic, and environmental sustainability. The 17 SDGs are interconnected, recognizing that actions uh, in one area have an impact and outcomes in the others. Countries agree to one area have an impact, promote development for the world's poorest people. The Sustainable Development Goals (SDGs) and to remove the poverty, hunger, AIDS, and sex discrimination. To fulfill the SDGs, uh, every component of society and technology, know-how, innovations, and financial resources should always be used. Why SDGs matter? Each of these goals, from zero hunger to decreasing inequalities to creating and sustaining populations around the world, is affected by the environmental factors. UNP is committed to working with all the partners to promote environmental and sustainability as an enabler for achieving sustainable development goals and safeguarding our planet's health. We aim to ensure that the environment is integrated in all the principles of sustainability by enhancing nations' capacities to evaluate the performance against targets. The UNEP's strategies for the 2030 agency based on four key principles. Universality. The 2030 agenda is global in nature and implementation, taking the account different national realities, levels of development, and national policies and priorities. It is lead primarily that needs a coherent approach with countries among their roots mapping the to policy objectives. This will demand the development of effective governance systems and traditions, integrations. The Agenda 2030 extend beyond considering sustainable development as if it has been built of three distinct pillars: the social, environmental, and economic components must all be harmonized and incorporated, as well as the administrations and the sectors must be connected. Human rights and equity. Inequalities are not solely attributable to market issues. New approaches that build capacities at all levels of society are required to attain basic levels of goods and services for all. Greater redistributions of wealth and resources, both within the and between the countries, and equitable opportunities in life, information, as well as the rule of law. Innovative procedures are needed for countries to make us and meaningful strides. A recurrent concern is the speed at which the includes electronics and disseminated. The United Nations environmental programs UNEP and other collaborators developed and the Good Life Goals in 2018. The Good Life Goals are a collection of personal actions everybody can take to achieve the sustainable recommendations for the individuals that are carefully and the lifestyle for the individuals that are carefully linked within 169 targets and indicators of sustainable development. Question number 2. Reflecting on your knowledge and experiences this year, how do you think you could make a difference concerning the global goals in your chosen profession in the future? I think so. I would like to say there are many ways I can benefit from the world goals. The United Nations system has highlighted a few activities that individuals can take to successfully facilitate the sustainability and objectives. I would like to say that donate what you don't use, get oneself and your family vaccinated, should assistance educate children in your society, empower women and girls in your community by promoting equality, reduce waste of water, use energy efficient appliances, create more employment opportunities if applicable, support the alienated and disadvantaged, use public transit or cycles, recycles, and then avoid using plastics, then plant trees all over year. Finally, act now to combat global warming. It should be a global warming. Question number 3. What do you understand by the term responsible management and why do you think it matters in business? Responsible management can be described as reconciling the interests of the entire world, peace, companies, and in the ecosystem, in allowing for both current and the future generations to flourish. It's more than more generosity whenever it refers to a sustainable management. It is the essence of the strategy of a firm's social power. It is really about organizing your firm process and strategies to meet certain social environmental standards. There are some painful periods that now responsible investing, sustainable supply chain management, and environmental and social accountancy are just a few instances. Financial reports were only not the only item that companies must generate. They were legally obligated to report social and environmental information and in several systems in countries, including the countries. In accomplishing so, they will have to establish accounting popular subject in business universities these days, and it is become a particularly critical to MBA students and employee alike. The Crofengen MBA's fundamental theme is responsible management, which is interwoven throughout the entire curriculum. Alumni of Crofengen get the knowledge and networks needed to succeed in a few in the world's most sustainable regions. Employers can be using the corporate resources as it is disposable to accomplish good via social responsible. Being a social entrepreneur can contribute to enhance a company brand and image. Corporate social responsibility methods can improve employee morale and productivity, which can impact on how profitable a company can be. Organizations can embrace social responsibility programs, have a higher chance of grabbing and getting people. Compare that are ethically aware, the distinguish themselves from the competition by cultivating exceptional and beneficial company. Question number 4. Describe a situation where you had to solve a problem as a team. What did you do? What was the result? What might you have done differently? I should say, in the company, my friend and a few others were selected for a single assignment which required data interpretation, COMBIT. It analyzes for the future goals. And then future goals, it should be a analysis and presenting an annual report. Its governance is very new to your mates and they know very less about it. Tell us how you handled it and what you did a team as a whole. Basically, the given assignment as a very dynamic and it was a topic about is a very I would like to say it is a very dynamic topic and obvious fact that no one knows everything. I was on the annual report list, but I was very familiar with the COBIT framework. And when I came to know my friend is facing a difficulty in COBIT, and so I visited him and then done the COBIT IT governance part and then focus on my annual report task. And lastly, everything went very fluently with very good appraisal. There could be another aspect too of what I have done. Firstly, I could have given my annual report work and me handling the COBIT part. Then secondly, I could have made him learn the COBIT framework so that in the future it will be a benefit him. Question number 5. In your personal opinion, what are the 3 characteristics of successful managers? How close do you feel you are reflecting these characteristics? Great management is vital to your organization's growth, yet many people are convinced that great leaders are inherent. Nevertheless, every one of these traits can be recognized as strengthened. Additionally, a skill set the accounts for more than 70% of the difference in employee satisfaction. Scores should not be left to each managers. Initiate the talents. While you must probably rely on your set of understanding managers' skills, it never hurts to mention what you are already doing. It is necessary to keep an eye for the right managerial qualities. Wherever you are a manager seeking to upgrade your leadership qualities, or a new hire seeking to identify traits in your current employer, look for the following top qualities in a manager. I think so. I should say must that it fosters a culture of mutual trust in the workplace. Then it fosters a culture of mutual trust in the workplace and includes some other places a premium on an employee's strengths. And then researchers in the field can work under pressure. They are open to a new ideas. And then considering me, I reflect on all these characteristics, and mostly important are above the mentioned in the question number 4th, in that I am used to managing pressure and focusing on my team. Firstly, we have to focus on my team, and I know the company is not run by lots of money and investment, but my support of people and their trust and loyalty. Thank you.